everyone, I'm Karen, and today I wanted to talk to you about being a data science consultant and how to break into the data science field. I'm going to answer questions I've written that I think people are curious about, so let's get started. So, who do I work for? I work for a management consulting agency headquartered in Washington, D.C. And what do I do? It depends on what the contract I'm assigned to is about. I would say that I have held titles such as data analyst, RPA developer, data engineer, analytics engineer, and data scientist in the different roles I've worked in. But in all of these roles, there's a focus on doing technical tasks like creating dashboards, collecting, cleaning, and analyzing data, writing out logical processes in code, building in-house software tools, helping to build demonstrations of tools, and build RPA bots, robotic process automation bots in UiPath, which is an RPA software. A lot of what I do is learning about the business of the contract, learning new skills, honing old coding skills, and communicating with my team. I sometimes help out with proposal writing for new contracts. So when did I first enter consulting? I started my job in March of 2021, so it's been about a year and a half from then. Where do I work? I work remote in my apartment. Why am I a data science consultant? I was originally a math teacher and I didn't enjoy the teaching life. I still wanted to combine my knowledge of math and my desire to learn coding together, so I thought doing data science would be a good fit for me. Okay, so how did I get into data science consulting? I got into data science consulting first by doing some research on what it was and what I needed to break into the field. I wasn't looking for consulting roles in particular, I was just doing data science. But I didn't want to go full out and get a master's in data science because I already spent a lot of money in my master's in education. But I did want to join some sort of educational course, so I decided to join a boot camp. It was an in-person boot camp before the COVID era. After the 3-month boot camp, it took me a few months to find a data science internship. I then interned for 10 months, and then I applied and interviewed for full-time data science roles. I got an offer from my current consulting firm and have been with them ever since. Who could break into the field of data science consulting? I think someone who is curious and willing to learn new skills and learn about businesses would do well in consulting. If you want to get into data science consulting in particular, I think you will need to learn a coding language like Python or R, along with SQL. You should know how to work with data, clean data, and do simple analyses on them and create simple charts or graphs. It helps to know a bit about machine learning, but it depends on what track of data science you want to specialize in. Also, if you have knowledge in a specific business area, for example in healthcare, it helps a lot if you want to consult in that healthcare sector. However, a lot of the technical skills and tools that are needed in the job and in the field is best learned on the job. So getting good at the basics is the best thing a prospective data science consultant can do. What is the process of learning data science like? It's actually really messy and hands-on. For me, it felt like I was diving into a pool with the thought that I knew how to swim, but have never swam before. I believe there is no right way of learning data science. Even though there are programs and degrees in data science that you can get into, I believe everyone processes the information in different ways. For me, it started with a desire to want to make a visualization, like a chart for a data set. With the data, I could just easily draw the chart out, but I wanted to code it in Python and create the visualization that way. So I learned to piece together lines of Python code to create a box and whisker plot, given some set of simple data. From there, I used a book called Learn Python the Hard Way to help me get familiar with the terminal commands on my computer and learn a little more about how to write logic in Python. But I didn't know how to teach myself data science, even if I could hack my way through learning Python, so I decided to enroll in a data science bootcamp. In my bootcamp, I worked on 5 projects. 1 project on data cleaning, 1 project on linear regression, 1 project on logistic regression, which is more of a classification model, a natural language processing based project, and a neural network project. I also learned more Python coding during the whole process. I am still learning about Python, and to be honest, I don't know how to use classes. If you know Python, you know what I mean. I can write functions fine in Python, but I have not used classes and have not learned how to use them yet. Is now still a good time to get into data science? I would say yes. I only see data science getting more and more in demand. Data science is an umbrella term that encompasses data analytics, data mining, machine learning, data engineering, and more. Since there will only be more data produced, we need people who know how to manage, store, clean, analyze, interpret, model, and perhaps even predict with the data we have. Why should I learn data science if I don't want to become a data scientist? Even if you don't want to become a data scientist, it is important to learn the basics of data science, as it will bleed into other fields, and understanding its implications will help people create better policies. So there's also a lot of ethical questions that arises with the practice of data science that you don't need to actually know how to practice data science to understand. For example, models that are trained on data taken from a variety of sources off the internet could become biased. For example, if there is a model that takes all the text data off of social media platforms and generates its own quotes and posts them on a social media platform like a chat box or a Twitter bot, there might be inherent biases on what those quotes might say. So what are the implications of racist bots? So how can I get started? Where can I find resources to learn about data science? Well, I found out that Medium, the blogging website, and especially their towards data science section, was a great place when I wanted to get tutorials on basic machine learning models. And for coding help, I usually Google, and Stack Overflow has the answer. A great way to learn data science is through working on a project. If you have a question that can be answered by data, then you got yourself a project. The internet and open source tools like Python or R will become your oyster. That's all I had today, and I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.